guys, I have a question. If you had to pick a random spot to live, where would you live?
Far away from you guys as possible.
Far away from us as possible?
Yeah.
Why?
Isn't that obvious?
Hey, that's a bit mean. Come on. Right? Caitlin.
On a nice beach.
On a nice beach?
Yes.
Yeah?
Where it's hot, but not so hot.
I mean, I can't decide. I'd either live, right, in a forest, or I would love to live in, like...
Go to the Forest of Dean, then.
The Forest of Dean?
Yeah, it's a shithole.
Oh, Matty, it's not everywhere is bad, you know.
This is England. Yes, it is.
Facts.
Hey, let's just all move to America, guys, and just live in America, where Americans do their style of living.
That's even worse.
Pardon?
Yeah.
That's even worse. No free healthcare. 5 stitches will cost you about $3,200.
And that's where you need a good job, right? Because think about it. No money, no healthcare. You're screwed. At that point, you might as well just stitch yourself back up together after you've kind of done the damage.
Well, actually, considering where we are more near living, I feel like we are in America sometimes.
Do you know what, right?
At least we ain't got Trump, though.
That is a very good point. But at the same time, what you got to think about is how many takeaway shops do we have?
True.
That's a good thing, though.
No, it's not. We
More
are going
food.
No, because...
We'll go fat like Americans.
But I don't want to get fat like Americans.
I do.
You might want to, but realistically, I would prefer to have more clothes shops.
So you would like more clothes shops?
Yes, or more like places where, younger children can obviously go. And, something along those lines. Because where we are more near, it's just more, you've got to get on a bus and go to a different town.
Learn to drive.
But what if some people can't drive because of
then
health
get a bus?
reasons?
Get a bus? What's wrong with a bus? Taxi? Uber?
But this is what I'm
Train?
saying. Realistically, Matty, obviously, as a epileptic person, obviously I am unable to drive. Well, I can, but I choose not to more because of the fact.
Lazy.
I'm not lazy. I would just prefer to keep, friends, family, whatever, safe if I'm behind the wheel.
I wouldn't trust your driving even if you paid me £1,000.
There we go.
I mean, driving is a very essential and useful tool to have under your sleeve, right? Because not only do you have the freedom, but it allows you to kind of have more freedom of jobs. Notice how in your adulthood, right, when you're trying to get a job, right, you just can't, because they either want you to be able to drive or they want you to have those qualifications. And I mean, everyone needs to decide what they want to do with their lives. I mean, you've got to think about what sort of career do you want? What sort of route do you want to take? Where do you want to live? What sort of things do you want to do and achieve? But again, this world has made it so that if you don't have a car, you don't have more freedom. And that's how I feel about it. But you've got to think about those people who medically cannot drive, because if they drive with those medical health conditions that they have, what's the likelihood that they're going to end up in a dangerous situation?
It happens.
True. I mean,
Even if you haven't got a medical condition, still happens, don't it?
that's true as well. But it's thinking about what this world can really do to better the place for the humans that live in this world. I mean, we see so much politics on the news, and we see so much like celebrities and charities and fundraising things, and so many people are trying to go out there and achieve what they want to achieve and achieve a better country. But how can we do that if
You can't.
we can't? We can't do that because the reality is that we live in a world and we live in a country where, unfortunately, things are not how we would like it to be. And I feel that that's kind of directing the young adults coming into this world into a very different state of mind. And I feel that from when we became adults, I feel that it was already kind of happening where this country was kind of going downhill
It's
politics.
been going downhill since the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And
I
a bit
feel like
before
it's
that as
already
well.
going downhill, but I feel that we were already used to it and we were already made aware of it before we became adults.
You, an adult.
Pardon?
You, an adult.
Me, an adult? Hang on a sec. I'm in my early 20s, thank you.
Just remember, I'm older than a lot of years.
Yeah.
You don't act it though, do you?
Do we need to book you into a nursing home?
I mean, possibly. Remember, I can't walk properly. I'm a cripple.
But yeah, I am worried for the young people in this world, and I think we need to kind of do more. I mean, we're the generation that we've got to live with what's going to happen.
We're also the generation that everything up.
Yeah.
Think about Gen Z.
Yeah.
That since then, everything's gone to shit.
That's the thing, though. It's because
There's people out there now saying they're a helicopter, they're a toaster, they're nothing. What's that about?
But Matty, you've got to think, so many people have been exposed and shown so many sides of this world that when you think about it, what real innocence are they left with to be able to actually think about, well, how can we make this world better? They're constantly thinking, well, this world's against them.
Because it is. The world's against everyone.
It might be against everyone, but it doesn't mean that we as people can't try to make it better. I mean, if you could go back, right, to when you were 18, right, knowing
Knowing the knowledge I know now?
knowing the knowledge that you know now, would you have done something in your sort of way to try and help?
Yeah. Because I already know the knowledge I know now, and I wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't
Go
want to
through
live
that
through
part.
that, would you?
Oh, definitely not.
And I'm sure Caitlin, I'm sure you would have wanted to do something yourself.
I mean, there isn't much I can do, but yeah, I would honestly like to think I could have helped.
I mean, if I could look back to when I was 18, it was obviously when I was moving in this home that I live in now, where I was so excited. I was an 18-year-old young female and moving into this home and getting it all ready for myself. And I think the one thing that I really did not understand at the time is the responsibilities that were going to be put on me living as a tenant in my home.
Making it worse as well with the new economies coming in.
Yeah, I mean, how can you expect so many young people to want to move out, have that independence, and really achieve their independence if they're not really taught that? And I think I missed out on that from a young age. I mean, us three, we all went through different experiences, and I thank us for actually being able to become friends and actually help each other and guide each other, because I think in different ways we've got through the heartbreaks, we've got through the good times, we've got through the going out getting drunk phase.
Still in that phase for me.
We've got through the experiencing and partaking in things that I think when we look back on it, we don't want to do again.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Depending on the situation, really.
Yeah. Well, Matty, you gotta think for a second. Would you partake in the things that you partook in, like 2 years ago?
I mean, possibly.
Such as what?
Can't say it.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's not good.
Well, let's be honest. Would you partake in some of the activities that you got up to? I mean, like going out into this world, traveling places.
Too much.
Too much.
Too much. Go ghost from everyone. Don't text people. Just vanish. Which you guys love.
No, I don't.
I actually agree with him there, because it's nice and peaceful when, you not exactly ghost people, but you kind of have that time away where you're just like, I'm living the moment.
I mean, if you're going places for a holiday, going places...
I class anywhere as a holiday.
Pardon?
As long as, if it's not in this town, I class anywhere as a holiday.
Really?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So
even if it's for like just a day.
If you were to go like not even 30 minutes away, you still class it as a holiday.
No, I'm talking like out of our city area.
Right, okay. I was about to say, I'd be a bit confused that if you were going to class like a town.
Like city, you know what I meant. I ain't stupid, no you. I mean, that's debatable.
Yeah, that's why I was going to say, you class that as a holiday even if it's for the day.
I mean, yeah. But it's out the town, out the city. Like go 3-4 hours out on train, car, bus, whatever. Or not bus, because 3 hours in a bus ain't even that far. I would be like in a car, half an hour.
True.
Can we talk about P. Diddy for a second?
Oh no.
And when I say P. Diddy, what I mean is, notice how the events happened with P. Diddy, right? So many people have their own opinions on it, and I won't even, have an argument about their opinions. I think everyone's valued to their own opinions, but notice how there were so many, internet kind of pages and news and all over the internet about how he did what he did, and he was so sneaky about it for years. And notice how so many people loved P. Diddy and Rihanna and Beyonce and Jay-Z and all those other celebrities that were in that group of people. And I have to think, right? Because it just made me think, do you honestly think that it's changed people's perspective on celebrities? Or do you think it's...
Yeah.
Yeah?
A lot. Because people will think now, what are other celebrities up to? Like, think Will Smith, don't know what he's up to.
I mean, he he seems like a lovely guy up front on the media, right?
But that's media. That's
That
online.
is media.
But then what
People
you've got
get
to
media
think about
training.
is, and it's the same with, you know, YouTubers especially. You only see what they want you to see.
Yeah, I mean,
And that's the realization of this world, and it's like there's so much that, you know, people could basically film behind the scenes,
yeah.
but still you're not always going to see what, you know, what you think you're going to see. So it could be that, especially Friends, hypothetically, like Chunks and Young Philly, right?
Yeah.
You know,
How do you
there's
go
a
from
load of-
Friends to
because
Chunks and
they
Young
are-
Philly?
Because they are friends.
I thought
They
you were
were, like,
talking
best
about friends, as in
No.
Ross, Rachel.
Oh, no. Like, the thing, what you gotta think of is, obviously there's so many, like, rumours circulating with them, and it's like, Chunks always knew, you know, Young Philly was this, that, and everything else, but it's like, we all, obviously I don't know about you, because I know that you're not really, like, you don't really watch them.
I
Not
used
as
to watch
much-
the side
not like you.
Sidemen.
Sideman.
But growing up with them, it's like, you know, there's so much that you obviously feel sorry for Chunks for, especially when he's getting it like that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, there's so much that maybe we don't see of Young Philly for all these rumours to then start circulating about Chunks knew this, Chunks knew that. Obviously, Chunks did not know anything, because otherwise he would have been involved in some way or another.
But we don't know if he was or not, though, Alex.
But this is what I'm saying. You know, you have a certain mindset of, you know, how you feel about the situation and everything else. But at the same time, we obviously know from what we see anyway, you know, certain people have different mindsets on different situations. So it's like, obviously, P. Diddy, that's a different story. But
Way different.
yeah, but especially like, you know, the scenario I was more talking about, they get backlash for a lot of stuff, and it's like, no one's going to ever feel safe in the same room, especially if, like, Philly ends up being found, you know, not guilty. No one is going to feel safe in a room with him personally.
Just in case it was true.
Yeah.
And he still got found not guilty, though.
100%, and it's like, that's the main problem of today's society, especially when, you know, you don't know what's right, what's false.
And I mean,
but you still have those trolls where it's like, you know, he's definitely guilty from what I've seen, and it's like, but how do you know that? Because there's so many women in this world that only do it to either get a reaction or to get that sort of money
yeah.
out of, especially celebrities.
And I think, like, going on what you said there, like, I think there comes a point where, as you said, so many people are looking at this sort of media and what sort of kind of drama is kicking off from the celebrities world, right? And I feel that so many young people are getting trapped into it, right? They're getting so trapped into it, and like they don't even actually understand that can be really unhealthy, where they make judgment on how they feel about a certain celebrity that they used to like because they've automatically heard that they've done something wrong and they could be guilty of this or they could be guilty of that or they could be innocent, and because of that rumor that can really ruin someone's life. And I feel that so many people live on judgment, right, from each other, that it makes us so scared to just be ourselves.
I mean, we
these
do
days.
get a lot of judgment from Magic.
But then
We do get a lot of judgment from Magic.
I mean, Magic's
Magic's
my
like-
cat, right? She does judge me. I see her eyes, right? And she's like, yeah, I'm judging you. I'm so judging you today. But, I mean, I'm looking at a webpage, the Capital Extra, right? And I'm looking at how Chunks and young Philly are best friends, right? And then you've got all the other group members, and you've got, like, I mean, there's a photo with Chunks dating Maya Jama, is that right?
Maya Jama.
Maya Jama, right.
Obviously, that was like years old.
I mean, I don't keep up to date with them lot these days. It's more your thing, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. You'll never get me out of them.
I mean, I'm a bit worried for young Philly, though, because on the one hand, I don't want it to be real that he's guilty of his accusations. But on the other hand, it's a case of, well, I don't want it to be where so many people are conned to his kind of portrait at the same time. It's basically having that mindset of going, okay, well, I'm stepping back from what the rumours are saying. I'm wishing the best outcome out of things, and just really understanding that we don't always need to get wrapped up in the media to feel like we're a part of something.
But then there is your two obsession with TikTok as well.
I mean, TikTok is great. You got to think about it, right? Because my TikTok pages are filled with, obviously, Christian things where I watch people talk about Christian stories or Christian comments and how they talk about the love of God, right? Which is more my thing and more my kind of enjoyment. So many people in this world will disagree, and everyone's got to make their choice for themselves, right? I would love to live in a world where we all agree with that and we all agree with the love of God.
That won't happen though in this world.
But it won't happen in this world.
Definitely not in this day and age though.
No. And I don't think it's going to happen, in my opinion and in my belief, I don't think it's going to happen when it comes to this earth. I think it's going to be the next earth that is made, which is foretold in the Bible. And I have to say, right, is that so many young people could really benefit from kind of having that guidance, in my opinion. But at the same time, if you're struggling with feeling guided, all you need to do is you need to speak up. You need to actually tell people what's going on, and you need to be open about how you're feeling. And none of this kind of, I'm going to put it all on social media and I'm not going to try and make other people bring their own rumours and gossip and all that, because I don't think that brings any happiness to anyone.
At the same time, there is also times where you've called me being like, Matty, I made this new TikTok. Matty, there's a new TikTok. Do you want to see it? Do you remember that?
Yeah, but think about it. Sometimes they're funny. Sometimes they're actually quite useful. So...
Name one time it's been useful for me.
Well, you might not watch TikTok, but there are times where I feel like it's useful to share with you, okay? Because we're friends.
But then, also, if...
Don't get started about what you watch on TikTok, Alex.
No. How would you feel if we were to leave you out of something and not include you? Because
I don't use TikTok.
It doesn't matter. If we find something funny, Not necessarily me, because I know my banter is different to your banter.
You
but
bitch.
yeah, you.
Can
But
I approach the bitch?
no, you may not sit down.
I'm already sat, so that don't count.
What's this? Love Island with Buddy, Chris, and Olivia.
No,
I'm
Love
done with the
Island is the
conversation
definition of disgusting.
I'm done with the conversation now. Sit
No.
back down. I'm sad. Look, what's this?
That
Just remember as well, I'm the one sat on the floor here.
Damn.
Remember this, I'm the one sat on the floor here. You guys got a nice comfy sofa.
Well,
I mean, you chose to sit there. So
Yeah.
it's on you, love.
Actually, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Prove it.
actually, let's not have this
We
argument.
will post
It's not an
the
argument.
footage behind
Sit down.
the scenes.
You're sat. Okay, great.
Stop with the cockiness.
We're not doing copyright, right?
It's not a copyright unless you make it copyright.
Well, you chose to sit there, so I'm just repeating.
But then
The
if we
situation
chose
here.
to sit here, how does that make it copyright?
I'm copying the situation here. I'm telling you what you are currently doing.
To be fair, I think she misheard you. So I think she thought you said copyright, even though you said cockiness. She might.
How do you get copyright?
I'm copying what Alex said about Love Island, right? Because you're sat down and you're complaining about being sat down on the floor. So I'm just telling you that you're sat down on the floor right now, and you're sat there, and you chose to sit there. That's on you, mate. That's on you.
Alex, you want to switch spaces?
I mean, I can, but I don't really know or want to work the laptop, and you will want to use that.
Yeah, you don't know how to use software, do you?
Not really. I am old.
I'm older than you. What do you mean? Oh shit, I'm 23 this year.
I mean,
I prefer to use my mobile phone. I don't want to use a laptop.
Have you picked up your phone once since the start?
No.
Don't do it just because I said it, Meg.
Hey!
Go on.
No, because otherwise I will end up trying to go on TikTok.
I will scrap you if you do not give me back my phone.
Remember, 10% versus 100%.
I don't care about this 10% and 100% or 90% or 70%. Do you know what, mate?
No, because you don't use 70%. You always try to use 100 and still lose.
Now, ladies, calm down.
What's up, you bitch?
Hey, you just got called a lady.
What do you mean? I'm no lady, bro.
Yeah, you are.
Well,
you like painting your nails and giving Meg foot rubs.
I'll stay the away from feet. With her and her Grinch feet grippers, yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Because they're like size 15, yeah, massive, yeah. Like, ooh. The weird part is, she'll be there, have one her feet flat on the floor, and her fucking baby toe will just go out of the blue, Alex. Just randomly lift up, like.
Hey guys, he uploaded a picture of what Stroud used to be, where the kind of, what is it, the GP and Starbucks is.
What, the old Poundland?
It wasn't Poundland before.
What was it?
But then that's nice because it was Poundland.
It was like a different shop. So there used to be a Tesco's there. Okay. Don't know why they moved to Tesco's from there, but okay.
I wouldn't have liked that.
It didn't, I don't believe.
And I can't read what that one says.
Then that must be before our time.
I think it was Woolworth.
Yeah. That's mad. Great, thanks.
You're very much welcome.
Miley Cyrus breaks silence on feud with parents Tish and Billy Ray.
Miley Cyrus can't sing for
Hey, I quite like Miley Cyrus.
English?
I quite like
I
Miley
think everyone's
Cyrus.
got a different taste on music.
Me, for example, is Lil's. That's good, me.
Hey guys, have you guys ever been in a relationship?
This
where-
ain't scripted. Hey, guys.
I'm just talking to you guys normal.
You put it on a voice and you'll notice it.
I'm just talking to you guys normal.
No, because normally you'll be like, oi, look at this. Yes.
We're not filming this bit. We're not adding this bit in.
Yes, we are. Tough luck.
No.
Yes.
Why?
Because I said it's podcast, not scripted, not YouTube video.
Yeah, but no one wants to see people arguing, right?
Yeah.
Actually, they do.
Yeah. I'm always going to win.
Matty, can
That's
you
my
stop blowing vape smoke in my face? Don't you dare do it!
I was going to do it back at him.
Hey, that's my vape! Oh! Matty, my vape, now.
It tastes like
That's because, you are an
It's a vape smoke war.
Whoa! Hey!
Don't vape, kids.
I love cats, people just saying there's a toast.
You can tell magic is just over there. Look behind you, Alex. She's been there the whole time.
Matty likes his wet noodle.
What?
Don't talk about food because I'm hungry.
Oh, this is so a teaser moment.
Your cooking wasn't the best, Alex.
Well, I don't care. You don't have to eat it.
I do because she'll smack me otherwise.
Abuse? Much?
Do you want me to say how many times you've smacked me?
If you don't like it, then that seems like a you problem.
If
not
you
me.
don't like it, leave.
Let me back up then. Oh.
But I wanted... Matty!
Matty, don't I feel like I'm in more in a job interview?
Yeah, innit?
Matty, what do you
Welcome
think
to
about
the
this?
podcast, guys!